Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
Hmm, Very tired today, but
Me
good.
too. Me too. Yeah, it was very difficult actually to catch you these days. And I also, it's impossible for me to record actually. So, yeah, I just put her to bed. She's
Mm,
sleeping now for 4 minutes. And if she wakes up, my boyfriend is there. So, we have some time.
Yeah, sometime good. Yeah, it's been very challenging because we were traveling in Germany, as you know, and then coming back and getting back to the routine. My daughter's sleep is all over the place these days. She's 19 months now, but we are struggling with nap time.
Okay.
And yeah, just work everything on top. So it's a bit challenging to find time to be available.
And your daughter, like normally, not now, but like before the problems, she would nap at a certain time and it would always be the same time.
Yeah, yeah, like a
Okay.
little half an hour earlier, half an hour later, but more or less at the same time, yes.
That's good because it's like you can plan everything between that time, right? Because for me, right now, it's like she sleeps, and depending what time she wakes up in the morning, that's how her awake windows are. So I can never plan, you know. One day she could be
Yeah.
asleep at 12, another at 1, another at 2, and I can't do anything about it. But I have to say, the sleep regression is way better.
Oh, thank
And yeah, she recovered.
Mhm.
But I think we are in something way worse right now than sleep regression, which is fremden, stranger's anxiety.
My
Oh
daughter.
my God. I
Mhm.
thought there is nothing worse than sleep regression, but there is. There really is. Yeah.
Mm, a different challenge every time. But my daughter, when she was your daughter's age, like 5 months now, she would also not have like a schedule. I know that some people do it and actually manage to have somehow a schedule. We never did that. I think it was only after about 8 months that she
Hmm.
started to be more regular with the timings and the naps.
Uh-huh.
And then when she changed to two naps and then to one, then it becomes really more regular. Like naturally, she became more regular. We never pushed for anything. She naturally became more regular with the naps. It
Yeah.
makes things much easier for sure.
Yeah, this is one thing that I also don't want to do is push anything. Like if she needs to sleep at this time, she will sleep at this time and
Yeah,
whatever, you know, it's like
yeah.
it's right now it's my problem when she becomes like she has naps regularly, that's
Mm,
great, but I'm not gonna push it.
yeah.
Somebody when I was talking about this sleep regression, and also, she wakes up very often during the night, like every hour. And I even have a feeling that last night it must have been like every half an hour.
Oh.
Somebody said sleep training. And I checked the profile of this person, and she was from America. And I know that in the US it's a big thing. But,
Mhm.
you know, my daughter's 5 months old. She's not like to be trained. That's how I feel. Of course, if you want to train your baby, but I'm not going to train my baby to do anything because she's just a baby.
This sleep training topic. So I'm always like, do whatever works for your family. Would your
Mm,
context. But
yeah.
this one particular topic to me is sleep training. This I'm very like it triggers me. It gets me anxious just to think about it because it is known already, proven that this causes an immense emotional stress.
Yeah.
Babies cry because they need you. Babies cry, they don't know how to talk. This is the way to
Yeah.
communicate. And to me, it's surreal to think that if an adult tries to reach out to you, you would never turn their back and leave them alone.
Yeah.
So why would a child, a baby who's new in this world and so vulnerable,
Yeah.
needs you? I mean, I people are like, yeah, but it works. It works, but at what cost? You brought
Yeah.
this child into
Yeah.
this world. They didn't ask to be born, and now you're just gonna turn your back because you sleep better. I mean,
Yeah. Thank you for saying that because this is actually what I wanted to say, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna get hundreds of people saying like, oh no, it works for me. And I'm like, yeah, do what works for you. But
yeah,
like if I could say this like don't do it, I would just say don't do it. But of course, you have to be like, oh yeah, if it works for you, you know. And I feel like this is actually a good topic. There's always a two sides to everything. You know, yesterday in the pregnant group, girls were talking how CTG is dangerous, you know, and it causes stress to the baby. And I actually asked my doctor, hey, does this cause stress to the baby? And the doctor said, no, the only stress the baby has is maybe because they hear their own heartbeat and like it's loud for them and confusing, or that the straps are a bit tighter. So, yes, it causes stress, but like the same stress as if you were placing your hand on your belly, you know? So, of course, it's some stress, but I was pressing my stomach all the time. So it's not different than that. So if you consider the stress, then fine. But like, if I didn't have a CTG, I wouldn't have stayed in the hospital and I wouldn't have given birth that day at
Yeah.
the hospital. I would have done it at home because they wouldn't know that I'm having contractions. So like, there's always two sides to everything. And
Yeah.
yeah, this
That's
cried
the
out method for sleeping, I
Mm.
absolutely hate it. I will never do it.
Yeah.
If my baby's crying, I just go and pick her up. I can't do it.
Yeah. Job. You signed up for it when you decided to become a mom.
Yeah. And that's why I say this stranger's anxiety is worst, because right now I was trying to get some sort of a routine. I'm really struggling with everything, you know, with cleaning, with cooking, with washing, with work. I don't do any work.
Mm.
And so I thought, okay, I will hire a nanny so that she can be with the baby and I can, I don't know, unload the dishwasher or put some washing or hang the washing or wash the floor, some things that like need to be done.
Yeah.
And my baby started screaming and she was screaming so much. I couldn't take it, you know, and the nanny really tried, but we just couldn't manage. So I basically now the nanny has been here for 3 times, I think. So basically, I pay someone to come take care of my daughter, but I have to be two in the same room
Mm.
because she will cry, and I have to go to them,
Mm.
take the baby, physically remove the baby from the room. So we go to the bathroom without the nanny. She
Yeah.
will stop. Then I go back to the room. We do slow introduction. They play, but then after 5 minutes, she forgets and she starts crying again. And
Mm.
then yesterday, you gave me advice to like introduce them slowly. So
Mm.
the nanny came. I wrote her a long message like, don't make eye contact with the babies, sit far away on the sofa, just talk to me.
Yeah.
And we did that. And my baby was looking at the nanny, laughing, smiling. I was like, that's perfect. I put her on the floor. I was showing her some pictures. Then the nanny came. We swapped. So she was holding it. And it worked maybe for 10 minutes. And then for 2 hours, it was on and off crying. Give me the baby, take the baby, give me the baby. My boyfriend swapped me at the end. And I don't think it's worth hiring anyone right now because first, I thought, oh, maybe she'll get used to it. But after 3 times, it's more exhausting for me because if I didn't have a nanny here, I would do it and just without crying, you know.
Mm.
I
Mm.
still get nothing done, but at least it's without the cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sense to hire someone to do all the cleaning and the cooking and stuff, and
Yes,
you.
so exactly. So we sat down with my boyfriend yesterday and we thought, like, what choice do we actually have? So my idea was to hire a nanny so that I can do it because I like things done in a particular way. But I think I need to give that control away. And then we are talking about someone to clean the house. But do I need someone to come every day for 1 hour to like help me get the place to a livable standard?
Mm.
Or do I get someone for like 2-3 hours a week to, I don't know, to dust the surfaces or to clean the fridge? Because this is something I haven't done for months, you know?
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
and I can't afford to have someone twice a week for deep cleaning and every day for like unloading the dishwasher. Oh, so then we also discussed maybe he should reduce working hours. Maybe he should take urlaub once a week, from his yearly holidays. But actually, I don't want that because I am not working, so I can do this. Like I can be at home, and it feels like I'm failing, because I can't do it. Actually, I can
But
just
yeah,
take care of the baby.
called a maternity leave. It's not called clean your house leave.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yes, yes. I talked about it last time. Yes, but the problem is that I cannot live in this kind of environment. It's
mm,
stressing me. I am not a good mom when everything around me is stressing me. I
mm,
need this for me to, I don't know, to be calm, to focus, to enjoy being with her, but I can't. There is a washing on my floor, mess on my table, dishes in the sink, everything you can imagine I have right now.
yeah,
So I cannot do it. I needed this for me. And I talked about it last time that maternity leave is not household. That's why we are looking for external help because I feel like I'm failing all my roles at the moment.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. And like, there's a sentence I saw once that said, moms don't handle it all. They just choose at what thing they will fail today. And I think
Mm,
I was working also since the beginning. I only had 6 weeks off. I was working from home, but still I was working. And to me, it was always like really that choice, like, am I going to fail as a housewife, whatever you want to call it? Am I going to fail as a wife, as a mom, as a talent manager? Like, which one of these roles am I going
yeah.
to find today? Because it's just impossible. And
I
my daughter
totally understand that.
months, and I tell you, the struggle still continues. It doesn't really get better. What
It
I
gets worse. I had time in the beginning. I was working from the hospital. I had time. I just don't anymore.
Yeah, gets worse also because then they start moving around and they start moving things around. And to me, what I make myself, so this is how I made my organize it. Having someone cleaning the house, like make a real cleaning once a week helps a lot. Make like the bathrooms, the kitchen, like a real cleaning because it's okay to try to survive with untidiness, but dirty, like, no, I cannot use a dirty bathroom or dirty kitchen, like, doesn't work. So
Mhm.
this person makes like the deep um, cleaning. And then every night, my husband puts my baby to bed so that I can go around the house again. And people will be like, why can't your husband do it? He can do it, and he would do it. I like things done a particular way. So he puts baby to sleep. And that time that he's with her, every night before I go to bed, I go around the house and tidy up the things, like put things back where they belong. The next morning, they start a couple of hours in, and it's already, a mess again everywhere.
Yeah.
I just have to make peace with you live with a child now. Your life is different. You cannot expect your house to look like, perfectly clean and tidy all the time. Focus on the things that are, for example, for me, my workspace is important because if I have mess around me, it's really hard for me to focus at work. So I
For
focus.
me, that's the dump everything room. Oh my God, I cannot even be there for a second. That's why I think I also cannot work at the moment because I just cannot walk in there, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. To me, it's very disturbing. So, like, many times my kitchen is a mess right now, probably is because I just finished lunch and left. Um, but I'm like, I'm not gonna be here in the kitchen for most of the time. Just be with it because this time I need to work. So, and I go to work. To me, it's important that in the morning when we wake up, there's peace around the house. And by peace for me mentally means things are as tidy as possible. Is it as tidy as I like it to be? No.
So we are trying to find a system and we change things every day. So right now the arrangement is that before he goes to work, he does the kitchen
Mm-hmm.
and he will put one load of washing into the washing machine so that I can just take it out and hang it so that there is one wash every day. I don't know why, but I feel like I have 3 or 4 washes to do every day. So at least that's one. And then with the rest I can deal, but it's very dirty. It's dirty, it's messy, and it's difficult for my head. But this is also something that I saw the sentence somewhere, that the moment you accept that this is normal, like the standard has moved
Yeah.
and like this is okay, then you will feel better
Mm.
about it. But I'm not there yet. I think I
Yeah.
still need some time to accept that, okay, I live with a kinderwagen in my kitchen because she needs it, you know? So, yeah.
My daughter is 19 months. I'm still there. So, it does it.
Mm,
And like, I'm the type of person, I'm the opposite of a hoarder. I love throwing things away. I love doing deep cleaning and trash things. Like the
me
satisfaction
too.
from emptying drawers and wardrobes and whatever. So like, and I used to do this, like take 2 days and make the deep cleaning all over the house and stuff. Now it's impossible. So I was like, okay, but I can do one room at a time. It takes me, I don't know, 5 weeks to complete this, what will used to take me one day. But it's
Hmm.
still something. It still makes me happy. So, every couple of months I go room by room and make a deep cleaning, deep organizing. It works, and it's just, it is what it is. There are things
Yeah.
that I'm not going to take time away from my daughter, spend quality time with her when she comes home from kindergarten,
Yeah.
because I have to, I remember once I was trying to clean something and she's like, Mama, Mama, Mama. And I'm like, wait, I'm doing this. And then she insisted. And I was like, what am I doing? Like, my daughter wants to play with me. Why am I so worried about cleaning this? This is way more important, you know?
Yeah.
So, but it's an
But
everyday thing.
But you're right. It also takes so much more time, no? And this is why we came up with this washing thing, because if
Yeah.
I were to go to the basement to put washing in, I would have to leave her alone, which
Mhm.
I wouldn't do. So I would have to wait for her to sleep so I can take the monitor. And it's just everything just takes planning, you know?
Mhm.
But if he puts the washing, then I can wait for her to sleep. I can just go pick it up quickly.
Mm.
So, but everything takes so long.
Mm.
You cannot start and finish, you know? You
Yeah.
just start and okay, she's awake now. Actually, we started this podcast and I said, "Oh, she's sleeping now for 4 minutes." And then I saw that the timer stopped because he turned it off because she woke up, you know, so he's with her. I
Mm.
wouldn't be able to finish, you know. I will get 6 minutes of this podcast and then I have to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really impossible. Yeah.
It's mom life. It is. I
But
don't know how women do it, how single moms do it. I don't know how mom of twins do it. I don't
yes,
know.
how do single moms do it? But I feel like if you have to do it, you just do it, no?
I don't.
Yeah.
But
How do
it's.
moms of like twins or triplets do it?
I don't know. It's hard for sanity when you have a spouse that uh supports you. Like, I even think back to my relationship with a narcissist and an abusive guy, and I was like, imagine having a child with someone like that. Like, oh my god. So women are amazing. That's that's what comes to my mind all the time. Women are
Yeah,
incredible, really.
yeah. I agree. I totally agree. And I think that's why I also feel like I'm not doing so good because I have one child and like I complain, you know, but there are single moms, there are moms of twins, triplets, and they somehow do it, you know.
But
And I feel like I'm doing it, so it doesn't matter how. Like I'm doing it, right? So it's fine. Oh, actually, we also thought about hiring an au pair,
okay.
but I googled it, and apparently, because we are not an English, German-speaking household, we cannot legally have an au pair from outside of the EU. If we were a German-speaking German-speaking household, we could have had someone from outside of EU. But because we speak English, we can only have a, an EU-based au pair, so from Italy or Spain, but not from outside.
Interesting. Okay.
Right? You know, I feel like in Germany, there are like different topics. And if you're not interested in the topic, then you just have no idea. But like if you start digging into any topic, you just find out like some mind-blowing information. Like,
Mm.
what? Really? I cannot have an au pair from China or from the Philippines or from wherever I want because we as a household don't speak German? Very weird, no?
Very weird. So that mean you don't want to get one, or
Yeah, we talked about it, but I think in the end, no, we will not get an au pair. We will try to make this, first of all, the small changes that we can do now. Second of all, we are now thinking if we should get a cleaning help for once a week, big cleaning, or every day a little bit, or both, or yeah, if I should get help with work and how important work is right now, because I also deregistered my Gewerbe, as you know, because I moved from where I moved my company from its previous address, and because I moved it outside of the state to another state, then I had to deregister it and I would have to re-register it. But because of Elterngeld, anything I earn now will get deducted from my Elterngeld. So I cannot earn right now. So I thought, oh, maybe I just don't earn until I don't get Elterngeld anymore, and then I can earn.
Mm.
So I'm thinking, register or not.
It's always good to share the burden with other moms and know that other moms. So
Yeah, it's good to
I
know
thought,
that you're not alone, right?
yeah.